Welcome to Everything Currency, and today you guys can see I'm on a nice little crypto walk. It is a very hot day, so I'm gonna walk around until I find a nice spot in the shade where we can talk about some of the things going on in this market. So I want to talk to you guys about this issue that's going on with the Ledger Nano X. So this is something that I've promoted on this channel a bunch of times, so we're going to talk about the Ledger Nano and what's going on with Ledger. I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with the Pulse chain, and also want to talk to you guys a little bit about the NFT project that I've been working on, which is a passion project called the Hula Girl NFT. And stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to give you an opportunity on that. So first things first, like I said, it's real hot out here. I didn't bring no water, and I'll be talking a lot, so I'm gonna find a nice spot in the shade. But first things first, talk about Bitcoin price. So Bitcoin is sitting around 27K. Now I had said, hey, long as Bitcoin is around this 26 level, long as it's above 26, 25.5, whatever, then it's looking good in my opinion. So right now on the weekly chart, it's looking like we're trying our hardest to bounce above this 13 moving average, which in the past, in the previous bull run, has signified the start of the bull run on the weekly chart, and that is what we're looking at right now. On the DXY chart, which you guys know is the adverse of the Bitcoin chart and any other assets out there, it is looking like it wants to do a bearish retest of the 13 moving average on the week. So looking at that DXY chart, it looks like it wants to get rejected by the 13, while Bitcoin is looking like it wants to bounce. So we got the perfect storm to give us, you know, what usually starts the macro bull cycle, alt season, Bitcoin season, meme coin season, whatever season, NFT season, whatever season we're going to have next in this market. Now, we've been having a bit of a bull run with the meme coins. So to me, that's not really the real bull market, because that is just get rich quick schemes. You know, people trying to get rich quick, and people seeing that, hey, my friends got rich on Pepe, my friends got rich on Rojak, my friends got rich on Doge Pepe, and all these other things, and they want to get in on the action. That's not why we're here. You know, we are here to invest in the future of technology. We're trying to make sure our kids are set, because we invested into the future, right? That's why we're here. So crypto is losing the plot. They're losing that plot, and that plot being, we're aiming for decentralization. Bitcoin was the big innovation because it allowed us to remove the middleman from money, from transactions, from exchanging value. That was the big deal, and we're losing that a little bit. People are just trying to get into crypto and get rich quick. Now, with that losing of the plot of crypto, some interesting things happen. The plot was to remove the middleman, and the middleman being the bank, the middleman being the person who holds your money. And for those who don't understand how a blockchain works and how a bank works, so at a bank, right, when you go to the bank, you put your money in the bank, and then you have these passwords and this access. On the blockchain, you don't actually hold your crypto. The blockchain holds your crypto, and you hold the keys to that crypto on the blockchain, right? And that is very important. Got to write your private keys down when you create a wallet. Got to make sure you have those. In fact, I have a friend of mine who sacrificed a lot of money for the Pulse chain launch, lost his private keys, and those tokens are just gone forever. So your private keys are very important. So we have the Ledger Nano X, which was, I will say probably was the best product to hold your private keys in a secure way so that no one else can have access to your crypto. And this was an issue because people were losing their private keys all the time. Like, I understand that having your private keys written down somewhere is very risky. Even people who have like millions of dollars in Bitcoin, they get their private keys inscribed in metal just in case something catches on fire. There's this famous story about this guy who has millions of dollars in Bitcoin, over 100 million, I think, or at least 50 million, I'll say, worth of crypto, that he has 2 more chances to type in his password. If he gets those wrong, he'll never be able to access his crypto ever, and he has no idea. He has no idea what's going on with his crypto. So Ledger created this thing called account recovery. Now, this means that Ledger will keep a copy of your private keys, or they can keep a copy of your private keys. So you don't want to ever give anybody your private keys. Even Ledger is not supposed to have access to your private keys. So the fact that they could even send your private keys to a server, it doesn't matter if they use 10 servers or 100 servers, the fact that they can get your private keys, it is a problem. Now, even you have to opt in to this service that they have, and they say that they will send your private keys to 3 different servers once you opt in. Now, me personally, I wouldn't trust Ledger, any of their servers. They have already been hacked, and everybody who has bought an item on Ledger.com on their website has gotten their private keys, not their private keys, has gotten their passwords, their addresses, and all of their information stolen from those things. So you can see how people being able to steal your private keys is just the worst ever. And the fact that you could even opt in, what if somebody just hacks the opt-in button and they opt everybody who has a Ledger in and gets their private keys? So it's just, there's so many things that can go wrong, and we lose the plot of crypto, which is to remove that middleman, get rid of that central point of failure. For me, for crypto, you want the central point of failure for your money, for your assets, to be you. You want it to be you. So that is why what's going on with Ledger is very bad, and it is losing the plot of crypto altogether. Having all these middlemen in crypto was never the point. That takes me to my next point. We have these meme coins, right? So all these meme coins have been popping off, and a lot of people have been, making money on, a lot of these meme coins, but a lot of people have been losing money as well. In fact, more people lose money than people make money. It's a very small, usually people who get in at the beginning, who make all the money from this. And this is just something that people know of. If you know how to be a dev, if you know how to create a token, when people see stuff like meme coin season popping off, they just want to create a token and get that money and get out. In fact, quick story, Andrew Tate, if you guys don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's just a popular guy on Twitter, posted a joke yesterday about crypto, and he said there's a bunch of like crypto hoes out there, and then at the bottom he said a bunch of stuff, and at the bottom he tagged sluts. Just joking. He said somebody within 30 seconds went on the blockchain, created a sluts token, and that thing did a 50x in 15 minutes and then dropped back down to zero. So whoever created that token just got 50x their money instantly just from a tweet. And you can see this happening with Elon Musk tweets, and now Andrew Tate tweets, and all of these, anybody who tweets about crypto, there's scam tokens being created, these meme coins that will give the regulators something to attack when they see that, hey, maybe 5 of these meme coins did 1,000x, but 500 of them took people's money and went to zero. And that's why, it's very risky and troublesome for the crypto space for a lot of people to be participating in these meme coin things. Again, losing the plot. People are throwing their monies into a project where they don't know who the founder is, where there is a middleman who could withdraw the liquidity and do a rug pull and stuff like that. So again, got to make sure we stay on top of that. So let's talk a little bit about Pulse Chain now, because there's just a bunch of them. Bunch of jackrabbits just jumping out of the bush over here. So post-chain launch was kind of crazy, right? It launched and then nobody could do anything. And then the bridge launched and everybody was like, hey, my tokens aren't worth as much as I thought. Now, I tweeted last night because I believe that, hey, buying post-chain at these prices, below a penny, it might be a pretty good deal. This is not financial advice. Remember, never invest more than you can afford to lose. But I think the launch, it ended up going pretty well, but I think it is just getting started. Of course, it's just getting started. It just launched, but I believe that this community is pretty huge, and the more things that get built on top of post-chain, you know, that price is just going to do some pretty interesting things. And yes, I am more bullish on the PLS token than I am on the PulseX token, because like people only need, you know, the PulseX tokens for certain things, but people will need PLS to do everything. They'll need it to do everything. They'll need it to provide liquidity. They'll need it to do transactions. They'll need it to pay for stuff. So they'll need the PLS token for everything on the Pulse chain thing. So what's also cool is like the bridge, you know, got about $20 million in the first day. So that's pretty nice for a project that is just, seems like it's pretty grassroots, although the Hex community, Richard Hart community, is pretty huge. But one guy, you know, is basically doing this whole project, and everybody's like waiting on this one guy's tweets for him to say when the bridge is live and when the main net is live. And it's just pretty interesting to me in that regard. But remember the joke, can't doubt Richard Hart, even if he is, you know, strange or arrogant or whatever you want to call him in that regard, as far as post-chain goes with that. So I think that's all I got for you guys today, but my car is like way over there. So there is the view again. So yeah, so interesting things. I was in a space earlier today, and I was totally tripping off the amount of scams that people are able to get away with right now. And there was actually a scammer who was on the phone with with a lot of people that he scammed, and a couple of the devs that he also scammed, and they had him red-handed. It was like the funniest thing. And they had screenshots that came through with the receipts where he was just saying, hey, I need money, unemployment hasn't kicked in yet, I just need some money. And whoever he was talking to said, okay, well, I'll show you how it's done. And they launched 3 projects. You know, they launched 3 projects in the matter of a certain amount of time, and they were able to raise all this money. There was a guy who, you know, seed round invested in one of the projects, who was on the line, who lost 30K. Oh man, it was just a very interesting thing to see. But these people are thinking that this space is unregulated. I hate to hear them say this unregulated space. No, this space is regulated, and they will come after people. And that's what we don't like. We don't like the fact that it's regulated under the rules that stocks are regulated under. We want it to be regulated under some crypto rules. So I just want to point that out for people who don't understand that fact. The crypto market is regulated. We just don't like the regulation because it is a blanket regulation that goes across stocks, cryptos, and all other assets. They're trying to call them securities. And that's why the SEC is getting away with suing companies, and they're not giving regulatory clarity, because they're saying you don't need regulatory clarity. The regulations are there. Us in crypto, we're just saying the regulations were made 100 years ago, before the internet was invented. So give us something new. So I think it's important for everybody to really understand what we're fighting for, because people saying that it's an unregulated space just isn't true. It just isn't true, and that causes people to side with some projects that are blatantly breaking the rules sometimes. And that is important for your bag. That's important for your money. And yeah, you might love the project, but you're not supposed to get emotionally attached to any crypto, because this is your money we talking about. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say you can love a project and still sell it, when you see that the market cycle is not going in your direction. That's why I say that, because you don't get emotional with your money, with your investing. When something isn't right and it's going to lose you a dollar, you avoid that if you can. You try to avoid that at all costs. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of people were upset with me when I sold my OMI, but I caught the top. You know, I sold it at a penny, and look at the price right now. I could buy so much OMI back. And that's the point. I want to have more OMI when the Bitcoin price bounces. That's just the goal. That's always the goal. You know what I'm saying? And if you want me to talk a little bit more about OMI, let me know. I got a lot of thoughts on it, good and bad. But y'all gotta let me know if y'all want to hear that, because there's so many opinions in our VV community right now that another one is only needed if y'all ask for it. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you made it to the end of the video, shout out to y'all. Put it in the comment box and let me know. Don't forget to leave your Matic wallets so you can get yourself some Ohana DAO cocktails, and check out the website for Hula Grow NFT so you can learn all about what that is, what the Ohana DAO is, what the cocktails are, what the Menahunes are. So many different pieces to this project that we've been building, and I'm not shilling it to you guys. I'm just letting you guys know that it is, I guess that is shilling it, letting you guys know that it's there. But we're building this grassroots with the community of people who I think care about the environment, care about prosperity, want to spread love, light, and happiness, and that's just what it is. Like the video, I already said all that. Remember, think positive and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots. And remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Until next time, peace.